Singapore, I'm Chu Wee Lin with Stanley Leong. Now, when we go out to eat, often the focus is purely on the food. But today we're going to learn about a restaurant that focuses on the well-being of its customers and the welfare of its staff as well. And that restaurant is Plentyfull, a casual restaurant, gourmet grocer and patisserie.
Before we get our fill today on Eat Drink Singapore, let's get to know Plentyfull's executive chef. He is Chef Victor Loy, who was recently named MKN's Chef of the Year in the male category at the World Gourmet Awards. Now, as part of the World Gourmet Awards Overseas Development Program, he was given the opportunity to go on an attachment with the MKN factory in
improvise the flavors. That is our job, definitely. Us as a chef to improvise the flavors. But then at the same time, these machines make things work faster and better and in mass. So it's really mind-changing.
So were you gifted with some equipment to bring to the kitchen?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, no. Well, but what lessons did you take with you as a result of that experience? And have you managed to transplant those ideas to the kitchen at Plentyfull?
In overall, I would say that their innovations respected the tradition of cooking, while the traditional part of cooking does not fear the innovation at all. It just come in compatibly together, where European cooking style, where the tradition, the techniques and everything are preserved, while using these machineries to extend it even further for the mass.
We are hearing from Victor Loy. He is the executive chef at Plentyfull's. And very interesting history that you have. You were, I read, helping out at your grandma's hawker stall in Penang when you were little. So was that when you really started to develop an interest in the culinary arts?
Actually, no. It was more of a weekend task where I have to earn a comic book.
Child labor.
Yeah. I wouldn't call my grandmother that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Family help.
Yeah. So it's like I have to earn a comic book a week, or then I'll be working in the laksa store.
But did you learn from that experience, and did it shape you as a chef?
I believe it definitely shaped me, but then I realized it much later, not immediately, because sometimes behind our old home, then we have this little slope where she'll ask me to go and pick that herb, go and pick this, go and pick that, and then she'll ask me to taste it, remember the taste. Then it was being built, but then it's like, I thought that it's just for fun then. So it really helped mold me today to what I am today.
Right.
Yeah.
So your grandma was, full on with the whole cooking, work that she did. What about your parents? I mean, did they take after that same track?
My parents, unfortunately, no. My dad was, my grandma actually declared that my dad is a better cook, but then he cooks rarely. He cooks only when he feels like cooking. Yeah.
But then you later decided to specialize in European food.
Rather than laksa.
Yeah, why?
Why? Because I didn't have any particular interest or special interest into any cuisine at all. It is mainly because the European culinary are expanding in colleges and school during my time. So I just hop on it, and then it just extended to Europe for part of my training all over. So I definitely would say I'm more inclined to European style cooking. But then, of course, lately the grandmother effect, all the local herbs and everything has been coming in quite strongly as well.
I like what you call it, the grandmother effect. So I assume that now you got laksa leaves in your European dishes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because lately with Plentyfull, actually, we are trying to cook something that is out of our background story, our childhood, our travel, and how to restore people with real food, how we have to take note of every single ingredient that we put in. So it became like how my founder Claudia actually called it LA cuisine. It's an immigrant cuisine where everything jumbles up together. So you might have a kimchi with a steak, or you have laksa leaf pesto with spaghetti. It's such a big space that we try to serve everybody. But at the end of the day, we thought that why not just go back to basic give people what they like, at the same time give them our version of what they will like, hopefully.
Yep. I'm looking at the menu now on your website, which is plentyfull.com, and there's a lot of stuff that you serve, including brunch. I'm looking at the brunch menu, but give us an idea as to the cuisine that is served up. And, you know, as we described earlier, you are quite good with the European style cooking. So are we expecting that kind of food as well?
The technique in Plentyfull is definitely European, but then the flavor profile is coming in from all of us, including our staff. No dishes will be sent out if none of our cooks are even happy with it. So even there's one dish inside the menu, which is the small bites today, which is the plum salted tomato. So it was inspired by a Taiwanese road stall preserved food. So, but at the same time, with my upbringing of my background where we love salted plum powder, so we make a salted plum powder with the French technique where we peel every single tomatoes and to macerate the flavor. So I guess that dish is the winner because it has been there since. For brunch, we are known for our avocado toast, definitely, which is we smash nearly 200 avocados a week just for that.
And it's really tough to even dig in, right, to get the seed out. And
yes.
I actually had a friend who tried to do avocados, and she actually jabbed herself in the hand. It's like, ouch.
It's too unripe, I think.
That's hard.
Yeah, well, it was really a painful lesson. Yeah, so I'm sure that's a lot of work just to get into the avocados.
Yes, we preserve our own bacon as well because we try to believe in home, made from scratch whenever we can. So there are things that we actually make from scratch. Till today, I don't have a mayonnaise tub in my kitchen at all because all mayonnaise are still homemade till today.
And is this a all-day brunch, or is it only at certain times?
It's only from 10 to 5.
Oh.
10 to 5.
So 5 o'clock brunch, not bad, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost like tea time already, but you know, definitely whatever works for brunch, I think goes very well with afternoon tea as well.
Definitely so.
Yeah, and then what about the main menu as well? Would the main menu be available throughout the day?
The main menu will start 11 onwards, 11 or 12 onwards, because we use charcoal to grill it. So it takes a bit to build out the ember in the charcoal. So while we are serving brunch, then it gives us a little bit of allowance of time to get prepared for the big menu, which is the all-day menu. So from the all-day menu, we have quite a bit of grill item that therefore the fire needs to be really red hot. Right. Yeah.
And your recommendations?
For recommendations, I fall in love with this Borodale pork chop since it landed on my plate because it's so creamy, it's so sweet, and then it's natural pork. I mean, they fed it naturally, no injection, no nothing. So whatever you get is whatever you get. This week, it might be slightly leaner. Next week, it might be slightly fatter. Yeah.
Okay, it sounds delicious.
Yeah. They've also got pasta selections and sandwiches as well.
Right.
What would you recommend if I were to feel like a pasta day?
A pasta day depends if you like a dumpling or we do carbonara the traditional way.
Which says small plates from 3 p.m., so nothing earlier than you can get from that segment of it.
That's when the happy hour starts.
Okay. So what would be happy food from there that you would recommend if we, say, could pick two?
I'm all about the bacon, man.
All about the bacon.
Which is, you said, homemade.
Yeah, as well.
Okay.
So drizzle a bit of maple syrup and crack some black pepper. There you go.
Okay. And they got grilled avocado as well. Looks like your avocados are turning up everywhere.
Yeah, I just have to, because I have to order quite a bit of avocado at one shot.
Right. And are your produce from all parts of the world?
We would like to source when it's at its prime. Definitely, we have source from Peru, Mexico, and everywhere as well. But then, as much as possible, those are daily vegetables. We would like to go. We are trying to explore local as much as we can as well.
Now, it's very interesting that Plentyfull seems to be a kind of restaurant that has a very strong social mission behind it. I mean, the website talks about seeing its customers joyfully satisfied and being a collaborative community that's on a journey to restore spirit, soul, and body. And also in 2018, the restaurant made it a point to reduce food wastage by turning to the food bank, if I'm not wrong. Could you tell us more about this experience?
This food bank, is an initiation that came from Claudia and myself. We were inspired by Massimo Bottura of how he served everybody with so-called unwanted, as in ugly foods.
And Claudia's the owner of this
Yes,
restaurant, Plentyfull.
correct. So during that time, so we thought that the next thing to go to is food bank. So we went to food bank and we realized that there are so many things that go to waste as well. But then nobody is creatively working around it to serve better. So it gives me an opportunity to train the rest of my staff as well. So within 1 hour in this warehouse of whatever the food bank has, you're supposed to create a menu out of here.
Right.
So to sell it off. We don't even earn money from there. Okay. All the money goes back to food bank. Of course, I cover my overheads, and then the rest still go to the food bank. It's not a money earning thing. Yeah.
And it must have been a huge challenge working with, these food items from the food bank, because they're not necessarily popular items like bacon or avocado.
Yes. But then the best part is because a lot of them are actually, it just doesn't look pleasant. It's not that it's not tasty at all. Even some are just packaging just got a bit of smudge. But then certain establishment couldn't accept it and just put it off aside. So I told my guys when we create the menu that we are not supposed to use sugar, salt, rice, noodles. These staples, people know how to use it. Let's target those things that people don't know how to use it. Or broken packages, like you have broken packages of quinoa. So quinoa are still a challenge in some home kitchens, so we utilize that. So there's some Milo powder left, 4 packet out of 15. So we just salvage those little small ones and try to clear it off, rather than we know that nobody will take those. So might as well we make something out of that.
Yeah, very meaningful work that you guys do. In fact, as we speak, you're also getting busy helping to set up the second outlet for
yes.
Plentyfull. Do we know where it is going to be at the moment?
This Plentyfull will be a deli and a bakery. It will be in Great World City Basement 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's renovating majorly that mall.
Yes. So we hope to open by 3rd week of January if everything is smooth. And over there, our concepts will be slightly different, because in Millennial Walk we have a lot of our clients which are more corporate in suits and stuff like that. So in Delhi Bakery, we're gonna chill it down. We're gonna do a little bit more hip hop music, more tattoos, more attitude, but in a way more cheeky and more fun. Our logo is a Californian bear holding a baguette on a skateboard. So yeah.
Food-wise, more breads, I guess.
Yes, definitely more bread, and then some comfort deli food, meatballs. Yeah.
Will it be called Plentyfull as well?
Yes, it will be called Plentyfull Deli and Bakery.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to it. By the end of the month, we hope everything is progressing smoothly.
Thank you.
We have been speaking with Plentyfull's executive chef, Victor Loy, speaking with us here on Eat Drink Singapore on CNA 938. You can visit them and check out their menu as well. Plenty of food on their menu. Plentyfull.com. They are located at Millennial Walk on the first floor at 9 Raffles Boulevard.